And oh my God, this is amazing. This is, honestly, I've actually sent them an email. Right, this is amazing. This is probably the most exciting thing I've seen today. And so many of you won't care, but you should care, right? If you go back in the history of pro wrestling, there are certain people that you have to talk about, right? I don't think you can talk about pro wrestling without talking about Vince McMahon, right? I don't think it's possible because of his impact on professional wrestling, right? And I don't think you can not talk about Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan or Lou Thez, right? One of the very first names you have to talk about because he is regarded as being unofficially the first world champion when it comes to pro wrestling, right? Is George Hackenschmidt. George Hackenschmidt, regarded as the first world champion. He had beaten everybody in Europe. He goes to America. He faces an American, I believe, by the name of Tom Jenkins, and he beats him. And he is then regarded as, you know, he was referring to himself as world champion anyway, but then he's regarded as legit world champion. He does end up losing to Frank Gotch, and there's a whole, you know, it's one of the biggest feuds in the early 1900s. But this is pretty cool, says Phil Lyons. A George Hackenschmidt match from 1908, right? So 16 years ago, in London against Joe Rogers has been finally restored. There is 15 minutes of Hack wrestling. It's the only existing footage of Hack to turn up so far. The footage is not available online, but was screened recently in Estonia, which is where I believe George Hackenschmidt is from. So George Hackenschmidt, regarded as the first professional wrestling world champion, only known footage of him wrestling has been found, it has been restored, and it has been shown in Estonia. I found where it had been shown. I sent them an email. And I was like, oh my God, you have to release this. I will buy a DVD. I will buy a digital download. I do not care the price. I mean, I probably would if it was like, you know, £100. I'll spend 20, 30, 40, right? I'll spend that because this is, wow. Wow. I'm not aware of any footage that goes before this. I mean, 1908. In London as well. I mean, in the UK. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, that must be the green shirt guy of this day. And that must be like Trinidad flag guy over here. Like, look at these people. Look at this. There's no signs. There's no, this is awesome. Fight forever. Fight forever. Yeah, man. So cool. That is so cool. This, to me, though, is where Dave Meltzer shines. I would not have known about this if it wasn't for Dave Meltzer. He retweeted this. I would never have found this account. I would never have known this information. That's where Dave Meltzer shines for me. This is why I can't be as angry at Dave as other people, because he feeds me nuggets of information like this, which I really appreciate. So I knew it, and now you know it. And I hope that you found that useful.